Supercross 2025 season recap. What do we know and what has happened so far? So, obviously, we just had Detroit round 6. This race was not only earlier for everyone, especially on East Coast, many already were feeling different about what was to be Detroit round 6 of Supercross, but that wasn't because of the time change or the coast. It was because the 450 class has suffered a major cut in top riders due to the previous rounds, but the weekend prior to that really took the cake with qualifying injury of Eli Tomac, and during the race, Honda HRC rider Hunter already was facing pressure not only from Honda with his brother Jett out, but also due to the off-track drama going on regarding the 600K, yes, 600K lawsuit against former agent manager Lucas Myrtle. I do have a bunch of videos going on regarding that situation, and there is one that actually just goes into what's in the lawsuit. So if you're interested in that, definitely go check that out. I will link them down below. The lawsuit is surrounded by the heavily suggested media published allegations that Myrtle had misappropriated funds and allegedly misused personal funds of Hunter and Jett's Wells Fargo account, which are said to not only be just touched by those two, but maybe one other person with permission, and that would be their father, Desi, before it would be their manager. Those accounts would be completely different and separate from the ones a manager may have access to if they do. With Hunter now injured from the previous race in Tampa, Florida, where fans watched him fly off the track and off his bike to the left into some tough blocks, holding his stomach, curling and leaning over, which had many, including myself, thinking maybe, he aggravated or damaged his previous and chronic injury of his ribs. But turns out that body language is actually due to his arm and shoulder, tearing up some ligaments and needing surgery. So it seems Hunter will be joining his brother Jett in physical therapy, rehabbing it together after they both heal and recover from surgery. This leaves Honda HRC in a really crappy position for the 450 class. If you are a Hunter Lawrence fan, I will tell you he himself has said he will be at this weekend's race in Texas to meet and greet with fans.
Hey guys, what's going on? Obviously, everyone's pretty aware, myself and my brother are injured. However, this weekend in Dallas, I'm going to come out. I'm good enough to get around and walk and meet you guys and say what's up and hang out. So I'll be there at the Lawrence Zone hanging out with you guys Friday and Saturday. So come on by, come say what's up. I'll be there. Good to get back at the races again, even if I'm not racing. Be there, support my teammates, and just spend some time with the VIP members. So we'll see you there.
Now, the Honda HRC group, they're already suffering in their 250 class. They got Shimoda on one coast with broken fingers due to that whole situation with the team member crew of someone else and their pit board. And then we have Chance Hymas on the opposite coast, still recovering from an injury that was sustained from last year's season. My God. And then with Lars Lindstrom, the Honda HRC factory team manager, he had a recent interview and statement on camera, and it seemed a little shady. They weren't even sure if they were going to fill the open spots with other riders or hire privateers. Why? Why wouldn't they? Why not give somebody a chance? It still kind of saves them money because they don't have to pay a privateer to fill in as much at the same rate as the actual rider that they're covering. I mean, it's almost a no-brainer. Have some heart and give someone a shot. But I get that it's business, and sometimes these decisions need to be made with more than just heart, but overall, I guess, thought as strictly a business. What will pay out in the long haul better for all, as Honda is officially, in one of the worst situations they have ever been in a long time. Rumors had swirled around a day or so after the Honda press day discussion, and the rumor was Dean Wilson was being thrown around as an idea or a possible option for the team. As for the beloved number 3, Eli Tomac, my God, Alpine Stars. Apparently, Alpine Stars cleared him to race at round 5, saying his qualifying injury was only a bruised calf. You could tell Tomac didn't want to give up or let his team or fans down, and rode the best he could while obviously in pain. He remained way behind, but with pride. After the race had been completed and long and gone, it was announced that he was actually riding with a broken fibula. A broken leg, y'all. A broken leg. And I said this in a previous video, Alpine Stars, get your shit together, because in your medical unit, you have the equipment and the knowledge to figure out and see, possibly use your x-ray machines that even our local walk-in clinic urgent care has. So I'm pretty sure Supercross has the money to have that, let alone Alpine Stars. So how are you going to tell me you did not see a break in the bone? Okay. Anyways, this with Eli Tomac has devastated fans in hopes of seeing his last Supercross season in absolute beast mode, which we were getting so far in 2025 season before it came to the short end. This was a major blow for many rooting for him and the sport as a whole, as Eli Tomac is one of the most loved and respected riders of today's generation. Personally, I have never met anyone who doesn't like the guy, and I'm still yet to see anything negative written about him. He truly is one of a kind. But maybe after recovery, he may decide to come back and try again for one last final season. But also, there is a huge chance he may just say, this is a sign, my mind wants to go and continue, but my body might not be so willing anymore, and just hang up the helmet and put aside those boots for good when it comes to pro racing. No one really wants to see that, but we all get older, and while a lot of these riders have little families of their own and have missed out on so much due to their careers, you can't hate on someone if their choice is to relax, retire, and finally live their life freely off the track. They earned it, y'all. With those crushing rider injuries and team adjustments, we also saw before that Kawasaki's promising next big thing rider Jorge Prado entered the States and officially became a Supercross rider after being a very successful MXGP champion representing his home country of Spain. His season ended shortly due to his catch fence fiasco when entering a berm. It did save his life, but it left him injured and out for surgery, and then a road to recovery before attempting to perfect the whoops, which is his weakest skill in the sport. But speeding back up to the latest race we had in Detroit, not only was many riders missing in the lineup, but we also saw more get taken out of the season. Pierce Brown. Oh man, this poor guy. You knew it was bad when the broadcast refused to show or talk about what happened to him. Like, they barely, maybe just scratched the surface that something happened to him. Later on, they kind of gave a little bit of an update, and fans were able to see he was taken out by a board and stretcher and was instantly taken for medical attention and then transported to a local hospital in the area. It was later released he had broken the T5 location on his spine, ultimately breaking his back. Fuck, man, I can't even imagine. It has also been said, luckily, he did not suffer losing any range of motion or mobility in result of the injury. Thank God. Then we have Wackadoo Macadoo, Cameron as well, known for getting fucked and whacked and having terrible crashes, as he's almost up there with Austin Forkner, who has probably the most gnarly injuries that I've ever seen. But definitely, he's getting pretty close. Kid has been through a lot too. Rhythm section, and started to get sideways and just bumped off to the right, flying off the bike. And I didn't see it, but it was reported that the handlebar whacked him in the face and his helmet, and just somehow it left this big red gash mark on his face. He was out and down for quite some time, and eventually a trackside member went to check and help him. But for God's sakes, man, why are you moving him and trying to get him up so fast? I understand, yeah, safety, get him out of the way so riders won't hit him. But a knockout like that Someone should have instantly been beside him, blocking him, trying to keep him at least conscious, as well as someone trying to keep the direction going, telling riders to go to the other side and slow down around that turn. Flaggers and track crew is always a problem. They need to fully train or hire better. As he was being walked and escorted off the track, out of the race, which resulted in a restart, staggered lineup with only 3 or so laps left. It was ridiculous. This had some spectators fuming for Max Anstey, as he was pretty much leading the whole race to a winning victory. Pretty sure he was going to get it. With the red flag restart, it had given Levi Kitchen the position to be right behind him, ready to grab the open pass opportunity as soon as possible. And so he did, and he won the main event. But you can kind of tell at first he wasn't sure how to react, as the crowd roared and the cheers were mixed with boos. Eventually he smiled and enjoyed his win, but many were still upset with the restart decision and end result. Most expected the race would come to an emergency stop and the race would probably just be called as whatever the positions in place were at the time to remain as their finished placement. But of course, no. Do you think Anstey was robbed? Did Levi actually earn the win? Fair and square. Will Eli come back for another SX season? And for Mookie winning in Tampa, big congratulations to him. There's a video also on that. He was so damn close for another podium. So do you think he'll be on top again, or is he going to be a one-hit wonder? Tell me in the comments down below, and I will see you in another video real soon. I'm Leenda, and this is For the Record, Your Honor.
Happy Supercross! Make sure you get her a pup cup. In Maine, her pup cup has a donut.
A blueberry glaze.
Ooh, what are you, a munchkin?
A munchkin.
Look at him mouth. Oh, okay.